Yo, 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 yo. It is that time. It is that time. I'm your man, Mike to the P, the One Mike Podcast, baby. Let's go. Two five, what up, though? One have a sports report as orders. Bring the fellas out. You heard every Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Yep. Follow them right now on YouTube, man. That's sports report as orders. Dig. Right now on YouTube. Follow them right now. Yes, It is I, Mike to the P, One Mike Podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for subscribing, liking. You dig? We in here, man. First topic we're gonna talk about, man, today. Sad to say, and I want to preface this by saying, man, it was something my lady sent me, ultra heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Like when anybody lose their life, ultra heartbreaking. But to me, a lot of times, man, we've gotten so, picky and choosy, and I just don't like when people speak down on another person, another race, anything, bro. Like you find somebody that love you, to be with you, cherish that person, treat them with the utmost respect and love. It was a story, my lady just came across, and we talk about this all the time in our community. People have the affinity to, disrespect us, treat us like pure shit, hurt us, harm us. There's a lot of this stuff going on in the world, period, point blank. And you could be harmed by somebody black too. Let's make sure we put this in proper perspective. But this story, I feel like it's crazy. Like the first topic tomorrow is relationships. You know what I'm saying? So let's just listen to this story here. It's a doozy for sure. Fair use.
White woman arrested finally for fatally shooting her black boyfriend. I'm taking you to the state of Georgia. Put up the picture full mass. This is a hell of a story.
This story crazy.
Authorities in Georgia have arrested Hannah Cobb, the girlfriend of 30-year-old Telvin Telebo Rackens Osborne, who they say shot him to death in the bedroom they shared early Sunday morning. Sheriff Alfonso Williams said Tuesday that Cobb, 25, has been charged with involuntary manslaughter.
And the thing that got me, man, is the brother that got killed. Okay, you got a white girl that's your girlfriend, your Nubian queen, whatever you want to call it. It's the way he spoke down on black women that had me this in uproar. Like he said he would fuck a cow or an animal or a dog before he would have sex with a black woman. You did? It was insane to me. They pulled his old tweets up. His whole family has a disdain for black people. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, what's wrong with these people, man? Like, why do you have to just denigrate and disrespect your own kind, your own people, to try to, put somebody else on a higher plateau, a higher state? I just don't understand it, man. It's just plain wrong. It is, and these cases are getting more frequent. People outside of our community deciding to date us or be with us, and end up it's the brothers getting shot by these white women. It's crazy.
Manslaughter. Okay. Cobb is being held at Burke County Jail, said the sheriff, who stressed that the shooting was not an accident. Now, I want you to remember involuntary manslaughter. All right. So the shooting occurred after, quote, both parties had been drinking, end quote, said Sheriff Williams, confirming.
Man, news alert. This is an alert period. It's never good to be drinking and then dealing with firearms. Just putting that out there.
The couple fought before the fatal bullet was shot. Cobb and Osborne lived together and had 2 children. Quote, the offenses committed leading up to the discharge of the firearm included simple battery, family violence, and reckless conduct. Sheriff said during a news conference on Tuesday, it is reckless to go out and get drunk, and then introduce a firearm in an argument.
Big facts.
It is reckless to engage in an argument where there's pushing and shoving going on.
Big facts.
Let me contextualize simple battery. Let me contextualize it. Simple battery is unwanted physical contact. Typically, simple battery does not mean assault. It's unwanted physical contact. It could be a shoulder bump. It could be as simple as a move your hand off of me. Things like that. That is simple battery. So I want to provide a contextualization that the sheriff is providing. Sheriff Williams said investigators worked the last 2 days interviewing friends, family members, and other witnesses before they, quote, were able to secure warrants and make an arrest in this case. Osborne worked at the Savannah River nuclear plant. Investigators said little until today, but Osborne's younger brother, Roderick Williams, pointed the finger at Cobb early on, alleging she shot his sibling while suggesting police were covering up for her because she is white. The sheriff's office said Cobb cooperated with the investigation. She notified authorities that Osborne had been shot. Online, speculation ran wild following a post from the brother who shared his thoughts on Facebook in a lengthy post about the investigation that had generated 744 shares at the time and 250 comments as of Monday evening. Quote, so Hannah Grace Cobb kills my brother, Terrible Rackings, after leaving a club partying, Roderick Williams alleged. Quote, she claims she went home and cleaned a damn gun and shot him in the head, he said. Anybody out there knows something doesn't sound right about that? Sheriff Williams has confirmed.
Come on, man. Who goes out for a night of party and then goes home and cleans their gun? That makes no sense. You shoot the man in the head. So all I'm saying is be careful. Know who you with. There's a bunch of people out here who are crazy. Crazy. Utterly ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, we all trying to find, I guess, that one true person that we want to be with. And I never in my life have felt like it's just one true person. You did. It could be, you know, like that person passes away. It could be somebody else that you may want to decide to date. That's on you. Whatever your life journey and your life's goal is, you did. But you got to, man, for one, find a person for yourself that you can love, that's gonna love you unconditionally. You did. And that word unconditionally is a very powerful word. Through the thick and thin, through the bad times, through the good times, through the arguing, through the never let it to a point where it gets physical, for one. But those times where you have to really, really look at yourself and say, hey, how can I get better? How can I do things better? You did, man, you had to just really, really lock in for real, for real. And you just have to do the work for yourself. That's one thing I had to realize is like, you know, focus on, you know, fasting, praying, just getting away from people that just got too much negativity. Get away from people who don't have a relationship, like for real, for real. Because people that don't have a relationship cannot give you relationship advice. Plain and simple. You cannot say, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. If you have you've never seen them in a successful relationship at all. Their advice is null and void to you. So you have to get around people who know what they're talking about, who understand human nature, who understand men and women. Like, you know, I try my best to give the best advice possible because obviously I'm in a committed relationship monogamously. You dig me? So understand the pitfalls, understand certain places you shouldn't be going to, certain conversations you shouldn't be doing, because it's going to lead you away from the person that you want to be with, essentially. You dig? So a lot of times, man, people are just trying to be in your space because they just like who you are, but it's not productive to who you want to become. You know, focus on the things that you don't want to do now, so you have to worry about them later. You dig? So just put the work in, man. Like, focus on yourself, get a refined version of yourself, get a maximum apex version of yourself, and then decide to date. But all this red pill shit about women doing this and women doing that, it's all just taking us farther apart from each other. And situations like this, you know, a brother decides to talk down on people, and it's the same woman that you was gloating about is the one that murdered you. You dig? So, hey, look at that situation from what it is. Just please just be careful. Again, it could have been a black person. I watched Fatal Attraction. I've seen plenty of black women kill black men. So that's not what the topic is about. It's not a race thing. I'm just bringing that up because of the fact that it happened. They tried to cover it up. That's what they do for that society. Unfortunately, at times, you just have to be abreast of what's going on. You dig? And you can't speak crazy about somebody else's race or your own race and try to bring somebody else down. Because look at the same grave that you tried to put somebody else in, you fell in. That brother fell in. You dig? So it's always important to me. I tell brothers all the time, man, take the time to get to know you. Take the time to know what you really like. Don't lie to yourself. If you like, things that may not be of somebody, you just never know who may like that. Same situation. You dig? It's men out here who now realize, hey, I'm older now. I want 3 women. It'd be women that say, I don't mind three women, two other women around. You dig? But you don't know that until you open and honest with yourself and love yourself. When you try to connive and try to sneak and hide and try to present yourself in a certain light that's not real, you can't keep that situation up. If you be honest with yourself and let that woman, don't try to lie to her. Tell her the honest God's truth and allow her to make a decision whether she decides that, hey, this is something I want to be involved with or I don't want to be involved with it. You will become more freer. Your ability to, and then get out of the state and date. Get out of the area and date because you have no clue your value outside of the area that you're in. You did? These crop of women may look at you a certain way. I don't like him, this is brother. I don't like him because he don't do this and he don't do that. But again, that's only one set of women. There's plenty of women out here that are looking for somebody. Trust me. Dudes that stay locked into this whole, I'm going to date the same 20 girls the other dudes that dated. Bruh, or baby mama, I'm going to date another nigga baby mama. Why? There's so many other women out here that you could be with that are looking and clamoring to be with somebody real. You claim that you're real. For one, don't try to date a woman if you don't have any money. That's first and foremost. This ain't no tricking. This ain't no, I'm just giving you male advice. Make sure your pockets is right as a man. You can't even walk. You shouldn't be able to walk outside if you ain't got no money. If you don't have a business plan or a business model or some type of substance. Women want to be around a man who really, really know what he's talking about, know what he's doing, and will execute it. Be accountable with your actions. Don't just let your words be words. Let those words follow suit with something real that she can see and she can feel. You dig me? Because when you walk around here acting like you got it all, she gonna want to see where's that. And then make sure that she's bringing something to the atmosphere as well. It may not even be the table. I want to be caught up in the whole table thing. Just make sure that she's bringing something that's going to elevate you. You did her vibration. She might be smart. She might know a business model. She might be a kind individual, a caregiver, anything. You decide to just focus on, okay, how can I, kick it with Shorty and how can we build on this? You dig me? To get to a higher plateau, a higher level. She might be a hustler. So, hey, she going to hustle as much as you hustle. But y'all got to put that hustle together and create a business. So then the business work for you. Now you ain't got to work at all. You at the crib chilling. You just managing. You just maintaining. You just, directing. That's what it should be at the end of the day. So that's just my advice to y'all on the relationship spot of the pod, man. I want to get that off my chest. Thank you, my lady, for giving me the topic. I loved it. I love the video. Again, it's not a long-winded, so I don't want to, exacerbate it to the point where it's too much. But my lady supporting my podcast, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to put the work in each time, every day. My lady's also on Whatnot. Please support her business. She does basically, we have a nonprofit called the Purple Hanger, where that basically, she sells different clothing items, to help the community in certain form of fashion. So, times we bought people Thanksgiving dinners. We've helped people during Christmas time, gave some people toiletries and stuff like that people just needed around the world, literally around the world, and in the state, outside the state. So, yeah, my daughter has her own. That just should be people need, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. But like my daughter also has her own, nonprofit, man. It's called Ada's Closet, where basically my lady on there, with my daughter, just making sure that she's giving back to, donations, and she's selling her, different clothes within the kids, I guess, realm now. So she has her clothing, purple hanger, and then my daughter has hers with Ada's closet. So just you're trying to build the entrepreneur spirit up, man. And I just think it is somebody for everybody out here. I just see too many videos of people that's arguing and saying men ain't this and women ain't this and women ain't that, men ain't that. It's like, bro, what is wrong with y'all? When did we get this far that we can't even sit down and have a common understanding? You got women out there. You got men out there that talk crazy. Like, I want a certain woman to rub my feet. And I want this. Okay, trust me, it's a woman out there for you that wants to do those things. That's extra submissive. She wants to be that. She's looking for you, but you're trying to lie to another woman to make her that because the way she looks. No. If you say that's what you want, so everything gonna be 100%. It could be possibly if however you're looking at it, but understand it's a woman out there that's saying, hey, I want my bills paid. This wig costs $2,000. You gonna pay for that shit? It's a dude saying, yeah, I'll pay for that shit. Are you willing to deal with everything that comes with it? So you just got to be careful what you're asking for. Be very specific what you're asking for, because what you're asking for, you just might get. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You have to really, really be specific when you're asking for certain things in this world. That's why I'm very specific. I don't waste my words anymore. I'm very dialed in and calculated, and I speak exactly to the things that I want, the things that I'm going to do. You dig? So I just wanted to put those tidbits out there because, man, thank you 252 for the support, brother, as always. I'm willing to just help individuals, man. Like, again, I went through maybe 4 or 5 relationships that I learned so many things and so many gems from different women that I dated. And also, a lot of things was there to just grow me. Like, I really had to realize, like, I went through that situation with that woman because I'm here. All those things culminate to me, marrying my wife, was my fiance now. And, we've been together almost 6 years, you know what I'm saying? And it's like we grow every single day together. Every single day we're trying to grow spiritually. We have a family time, we pray. We just try to just, I look at myself as a patriot, man. I look at myself as a Black American, foundational Black American, and I have the, very, very humble values that I live through. I want to be self-sufficient. I want to be a man of integrity, a man of honor, a man of, loyalty, strength, strong prayer life, provider, protector. All those things is what I love to do and what I am. I love to spoil my daughter and my wife, because I love and care about them. And women deserve to be spoiled. Women are kittens to me. A woman wants to be taken care of and to curl up on you like a little kitten. You dig? That's what a woman wants at the end of the day. Now, she may not be that way every day, but you need to figure out ways to make sure your woman is comfortable and relaxed. I'm not going to ask my woman to do something I know it's going to frustrate her. I'm not going to put her in a situation where I know for a fact she can't handle it in a certain moment. She's going to lose herself. That's when the argument starts. That's when the, hey, well, I can't do this. And, that's where that attitude comes from. But I'm by myself. I don't need a man because, again, she's always been conditioned to believe that either from the grandmother, either from you had a shitty mom who've had multiple boyfriends who've never been married. People that don't actually get those situations happen for them, you have to look at who they are. You did, it's people in my family who have never been monogamous, and they're never happy. So again, you have to learn from other people's mistakes. You have to say, hey, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that. So let me change my behavior so I don't go through these certain things. Let me not just have erroneous sex with women if I don't want a bunch of children I have to take care of. When you have sex, there's a possibility a child could be born. So understand that. Don't have sex with a woman that you know you don't want to have a child with. I've never had sex with a woman that I didn't want to have a child with. I had to turn down pussy. Real talk. That's not bragging. That's just keeping it real. Turn it down. Like, bro, I'm not doing it. What's something wrong with you? What's wrong? Like, I just don't look at you in that light, man. You just got to keep it real with them. I don't see me and you having a future like that. So if I decide to lay down with you like that, then there's a possibility that it might happen. I can't trust you financially. I can't trust you because of your spirit. If you can't put a baby to sleep, I'm fooling with you. If I don't see you with a nurturing spirit, that's what I look for. So brothers got to figure out what to look for in a woman. The nurturing spirit it got to be strong with me. Like, Because you, at the end of the day, that's what a mother's job is to do, is be nurturing. You cussing your kids out, you cussing your friends out. That ain't it. You're not the type of woman that I deem to be a raiser of a child. You did. So again, that's just for me personally. Other people, they deal with those things. They love that type of stuff. Okay, well, when your daughter grows up to be disrespectful and violent and wild, and she get all to these altercations with a bunch of men, and then you're seeing a situation right now with that sister that shot that dude, you know, you don't know how she was raised. Was she raised to really love black men? Who knows? We don't know. Or was she just raised to just be with them because she like them because how they look? Or she wants something from them sexually? Those are things we have to really question ourselves and figure out, okay, why are we doing the things that we're doing? Why am I deciding to be with the person I'm with every single day? So yes, that's just my 2 cents, man. And wake up in the morning with some type of gumption about yourself. Thank the Lord that you have another day to breathe. Because somebody died today. Somebody just died just now, believe it or not. You know how long, how it was a small microcosm for you to get here. But for you to waste your life every single day waking up just doing stupid shit. If you waking up to figure out how can I get a black amount, you bullshitting. Straight up. Life is literally passing you by. You want to go out and look and try to drink them little Don Julio, man, that shit goofy, bro. Go do something productive with your life as a man. Don't be no poop-put ass clown. Again, the world is passing you by. Passing you by. And then you get 55 years old, 60 years old. You got nothing to show for it. You wasted your whole life. You live in your second childhood. Shout out to Nas. We're moving on, man. I'm not gonna bore y'all to death. I just wanted to get that off my chest, man, because I just thought it was a great segment. And relationships, man, something that I have a passion in. It's part of my just my life and decision making course that I used to run when I worked at alternative schools. I mean, it's life. Life is based off decisions. That's it. Life is, if you romantically, you want to make, you have to make decisions to grow romantically. So I'm an advocate for black on black love, but I'm an advocate for love in general. Whatever that love means to you, I'm an advocate for it. I can't tell you that you don't love this person because of the color of their skin. That's goofy shit. I do believe in preserving us first, but at the end of the day, I have white people in my family, in my direct family. Do I love them less? No, they're family. I don't look at them any differently. I don't hug them any differently. Like, oh, I'm hugging a white person. No, it's family. Because they show that they real. You dig? And my family is crazy. So you're married to my family, then you got to be solid. You got to be somebody of substance. You got to be somebody of love. It took everybody, caught everybody off guard for a period of time. Can't front. But when that person showed themselves to be true, we don't forget as black people what has happened to us, the atrocities that happen in this world. And I will never stop talking about it to make sure that we get back on that one page of the human race. That's the goal at the end of the day. But that person that's in my family, that married into my family, she really, really shows up in my family. She's a part of the family now. It's not the fact she married into the family. She's a part of the family. And shows up when the family has different situations and gives her 2 cents. And nobody look at her crazy like, I can't believe she said that. No, she's a part of this family. She's paid those dues as a woman in this family. So, yeah. And their child is mixed. So, again, life is like that, man. So, yeah. Everybody say for a second, man, black on black news. You dig me? I know everybody was talking about the situation when it's coming to. I'm not going to trump y'all to life and death again today, but it's just certain things that, man, they be on my heart that I want to talk about. And I be looking at, we gotta know these things that's going on. We have to understand that a lot of times, to me, it's just like this stat here. I'm looking at this stat, and I've said this numerous times to my educators, to people that, are in the field, which I'm in. I definitely advocate for the educators. Please, if you're in the field, bro, please try to get other people that's going to be in the field with us, man. We need more people in the field that's going to be like-minded. The same as the healthcare field. It's a lucrative business. Like, I tell you all the time, bro, there's money to be made. But let's look at this stat. It says K through 12 public schools spend $17,000 per pupil, per student. Homeschooling is basically $1,000 a year. That's less. only about 33% of public school students are literate. 99 homeschool kids are literate. So like to me, I'm an advocate for being homeschool, but it's not really even a homeschool piece. It's the it's the how do I it's the format, it's the formula basically. And I've said this numerous times on the pod, like it's a smaller classroom. I've seen it with my own eyes, yo. People think it's you paying for all this, this homeschool or you're paying for private school. No, it's not that. It's just the environment for learning. We have to change our model for learning. That's gonna free us up for me personally. Uh, that's what I see. It's like, man, we have to understand these things are possible. That we can grow, we can get better, you know. So I just want to throw that tidbit out there, man. Couple things I had on the agenda. Um, I want somebody informed, but I know I'm cool. It's not fitness in there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's what I wanted to talk about. Here we go. Here we go. Another situation when it comes to education. Again, education is so important to us, man. To our children, we have to educate our own children. It says another. Look at this again. Another one. Woman graduates from high school with honors, but couldn't read or write. Now she's suing the district because her school failed her. It's crazy. Now how is this possible that this young lady right here, basically in Tennessee, she said she had a 3.5 GPA, yet she could not read or write. He said public education has failed me, and that's the whole synopsis of the reason why people are clamoring and saying get rid of these goofy ass shit. They're not helping these children. They're just not helping at all, man. It's ridiculous, yo. How do you have a 3.5 in high school and you can't read or write? Dog, dog, it makes no sense to me. But again, she's gonna pass. She's gonna go into the workforce again. What is an 18-year-old? Please, 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 my put in the comments, man. Let me know what is a great job for an 18-year-old who's not going to college. We already had this scenario already. Who's not going to college, who's not going to be a lawyer, who's not going to be a doctor. What are the good jobs? Please put them in the comments if you don't mind. Because this is what my students ask me all the time, Mr. Powell. And I tell them, you see the school here? After you leave, you graduate, come on back in and work here. It's a dude, I'm not gonna say the brother's name, but he worked at the school. He been there since he was 18 years old. Believe it or not. He started out as a janitor. He ended up becoming a PE. Well, I can't say his job. Y'all know the school. He ended up becoming a PE coach. He ended up becoming a teacher at the school. He been there since he was 18 years old. He's been there 32 years. Imagine the money he's made over the time frame, the job security, the ability to give back. He about to retire in a couple of years. You did. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is what we have to do. We have to get right and exact. We have to get to the point where we are understanding healthcare field again. CNA, direct care staff, business management within the field. You could manage a assisted living facility. You could be a med tech. It's so many different. It's probably so many different fields. So many. LPN. You could just go through and just do blood work all day. That's what most nurses do. They go through do blood work all day long. You dig? You can get into the sports medicine where you just doing X-rays all day, bro. It's so much money in the healthcare field, bro. That's what I would tell a young lady or a young man, bro. Get into the healthcare field. Go to the VA. Figure out how to get yourself in a position where, man, people are getting money. Because these odds and ends jobs are not cutting it, man. And again, I worked them several times, dogs. Several. Situation we have here with the brother Black Sam. And again, I'm just bringing you we spitballing right here with the news. You dig? Black Sam, brother Black Sam, of Nipsey Hussle, tells him to get it cracking. You think I don't understand what these people do. Again, it's a brother from a rival gang, I believe. But again, LA has to be real with themselves. What do y'all want to do? You behind Kendrick, you uniting, we won. What are y'all still fighting over, friend? What are y'all still fighting over? I just don't get it. Black Sam is a successful businessman who his brother got murdered on some suspicious terms. We don't know really who was a part of it. Was the government? Was it useless? Big U, useless. Sorry, you know what I'm saying. But again, what happened? The brother passes that through. He said, "I'm gonna keep the marathon going." They got a new clothing store. They selling clothes all online. They decide they want to open up a burger spot. You did? So I just don't understand it, man. I just don't get why we still are doing this shit to each other, bro.
Bro, listen. If the nigga ain't demonstrating for hustle, this is what I'm telling you. Don't come over here. Don't come over here trying to then guess what? Go do something and come back. Go get cracking and come back. That's what I said, bro.
And bro, people think Nipsey was so thorough. Who you think taught him how to be so thorough? And they're retreating. They came to this country against solid people. They're solid people. If I'm Black Sam, I'm not going to stay in LA. That's how I'm cut. You killed my brother, I'm going to go somewhere else and do my business because I care about the business. People, you got to think this is a crabs in a barrel mentality, man. Literally. It's literally a place where that brother right there looked ashy and dusty. Look at him, fam. He looked dusty. He had a haircut. His Versace looked trash. It need to be polished up. He sees somebody being progressive and he want to start problems. For what? Why does always have to be issues and problems, man? Just come through, spirit. You had YG with the fries. Come through, show love. That's it, man. There always got to be some negativity for some reason, bro.
All that internet shit does on listen, when I'm trying to holler at you, bro. It ain't hollering at me. A nigga disrespect, bro. You do what you supposed to. Who disrespect, bro, to me? Don't nobody disrespect, bro. Any nigga that disrespect, bro, when you in their prison, bro, you better smash. In their prison, ain't nobody disrespected, bro, in my prison. I'm talking on the internet. When you see it, that internet shit is weak, bro. When you see it, you know when my order. When you see it, get cracked. I can't tell. You know what's happening. I can't tell, nigga. You know what's happening.
It's not gonna happen to Black Sam.
I can't tell.
It's not gonna happen to Black Sam.
They told, bro, you gotta go. The same they told Eric Holder, bro, you gotta go. You a rat, dog. Nobody wants you around here, man. But they gotta be seen. They want to be a part of the action because they're losers. It disgusts me to see these people walking around here every day, man, and calling themselves men. I don't understand it, bro. I just don't get it. When are people gonna grow up, man? When are people gonna evolve? There's just so much negativity. I just can't stand it, man. We spitballing, man. Here we go. Another great story. Miss Virginia Smith, man. Another great story. Right here in Richmond. Yes, sir. Praise God. She turned 100. If I'm not mistaken, she turned 100.
I always know what I'm doing because I didn't drink. I tried to smoke.
The great-great-grandmother says the key for her has been choosing to simply cherish every day.
I'll tell you something. I thank God that He has let me be able to walk.
That's right.
And do my work because I live by myself. And I do my housework.
And of course, being sure to laugh a lot along the way.
I'm excited about getting 100 if I make it. I always know.
Wow. Praise God, man. He said she was a part of Maggie Walker's first graduating class, man. The great Maggie L. Walker. You did right here in Richmond, man. She just turned 100 years old. So I wanted to honor her today. Miss Virginia Smith.
I always.
This is what we love to do on the One Mic podcast, man. It's just really, we want to celebrate our elders. You know, they're still able to give things and are well and alive, man. You did. But here we go. We lost one of our queens, unfortunately. You know, we didn't really lose her, but she's still in spirit and in truth. She passed away, Miss Angie Stone, and, you know, she was, you know, one of the leaders of, you got to think Angie Stone and the Sequence. Again, people don't know about the Sequence. They came out in 1979, one of the first female rap groups. The first female rap group. They're from South Carolina. You know, they were kind of chastised. They were older. They weren't light skinned, so they weren't marketed like everybody else around that time frame from Sugar Hill Records. You know, so again, Angie Stone, Dr. Dre sampled her, you know, Funky Right On Up is a classic. I mean, I play it primarily on my old school functions. You know, she did with the neo soul, ushered in that era of music. She's also the person that did the Girlfriends theme, you know, for the show Girlfriends that was on BET back in the day. So I mean, Angie Stone, one of our queen warriors, who was thorough, who was real. You know, it's sad that she passed on, but it's very suspicious that, she had put a video out a couple months ago talking about her and her royalties, man. So let's peep this in and peep this here.
Industry is horrible when they tell you that it's not a straight line. I've been one to kind of play fair. I stay out of harm's way. I can't avoid trouble always, because I'll tell you this: no matter who we hook up with and how we hook up, they're always going to make it confrontational when it doesn't suit their liking. But I don't care about that. I got to pass all of that. But everybody that works hard for 50 years should be able to retire in peace, should be able to sit back without looking for your money.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the music industry is horrible when they tell you that,
that's the problem, man. We have so much, man. We have so much issues going on in the music industry. And I tell people all the time, like, I'm a hip hop historian. I just don't understand why people want to be in the music industry. It's super duper wicked at this point. The veil has been taken off. Like, why would you want to go in the music industry? You got to sign a 360 deal. You had to dealing with 3 labels. She couldn't get her money from UMG. So because UMG buys everybody up, man. You got Q-City that sold their masters and stuff to Scooter Braun for 300 M's. There is no black boutiques anymore. So again, what you getting into the music industry for? They're planning people here every single day, man. Planning. They look at them, they say, okay, how many followers they got? They put them in a room with a writer team with AI and all these. They making AI beats, and that's what they doing. It's the formula. If they want to make people stars. They don't want to sign anybody who got real talent, who really want to do square business. Those days are over with, man. That's one thing I learned about life. The hustle ain't the hustle. You got to figure out what the new hustle is. You got to eat, bro. If they're going to try to put a block on all the things that black people make money off. I've told y'all this numerous times, man. They see how much money them black folks making. They're like, oh no, we can't keep letting these people just get money, because young Dolph, they try to transfer that wealth to their children. You got to see the bigger play. They always want you to be slaves to them. You did, but it's like you have to see things from a bigger perspective. I told you before, man. You gotta look down the street and around the corner. You can't just look down the street. You gotta see around the corner. What's coming next? And somebody like Angie Stone had been in the game 50 years. She's trying to retire just with her masters alone. Well, publishing, you can just get a check for $300,000. You can live off that. You already at a certain point, APAC. What you buying at this point? 50-some years old. What you buying? You're not gonna buy no chain. You're not gonna buy no goofy stuff at this point. You've already done all those things. You just want to maintain your life. You don't want to have to be. She was just on tour in Mississippi. Why would you want to have to be on? Look at them in the beggar. People these people don't to retire. They're literally, I call them Hollywood slaves. They hang around for years. And the thing that bothers me the most is, like, we are just not focusing on what the truth is. People like Leroy Cohen, these people that just are blood suckers, man. They want to suck the blood out of all of us, literally, who are in the music, who love music and who are in the music. I would never in my life suggest anybody to join the music industry, ever. And I support my local rappers. Just stay independent, bro. Sell the merch, sell the albums out the trunk, or whatever you're doing hand to hand. Get you a store. Shout out to Noah O. You guys got to do it. It's a blueprint to this thing, man. Too Short showed you. Master P showed you. LaRussell is a walking what you should be trying to do. LaRussell ain't signing nobody. He's taught about the horror stories of the music industry. People trying to get him to sign, strong arm him. Nah. I watch people like that. Russ is another one. But again, Russ compromised at a certain point because he's making too much money. You got to focus on those people. Those are the ones that are really the movers and shakers of this thing. You saying you want to be in the music, you want to be famous, you like to rap. I'm going to make it, I'm going to put the city on. Bro, that shit sound cool. Bro, that shit, you're going to be old as hell. 40, 50 years old, and you still trying to put the city on. Nigga, that shit is old. That's old work. Nobody's putting this, bro, you can, I'm not telling niggas they can't make it. That's not what I'm saying. How do you want to make it? How do you want to make it? You want to be kissing a nigga executive ass to make it? Or sucking some meat to make it? What you doing? Because people are not just making it off the strength anymore. They doing something to get to this point. And again, how many examples people got to keep telling you about it? The shit Diddy was doing, bro, you don't ever notice every time a new Hollywood star, they got to go be around Diddy for a couple of days. Bro, they doing gay shit, bro. If that's what you cool with, hey, do your thing. Nobody, again, Everybody happy in that's the situation. But if you compromise yourself as a man, you're not really into that. And you another buck broken Negro. Then they can just use you how they want to use you at a certain point. They're gonna give you the fame, the money, but all those things coincide. She's fighting against this big conglomerate that owns, at least 80%. That's why Drake is beefing with these people. Because you've seen how Cuz got on the Oscars the other day and said, all right, when Kendrick can come out and call Drake a pedophile. So this is more momentum for Drake's case. That these labels were in cahoots with him. iHeart just settled with him because they were in cahoots to go against Drake. Bro, come on, man. If you're not paying attention, you can't call yourself somebody that love music and follow music if you're not knowing these things are transpiring. iHeartMedia just literally just settled with Drake because they said, you know what? Yeah, we was paying influencers and shit. We was paying people. That's what they've been doing since the beginning of the time. The mob been in music for the beginning of the time. Payola, paying people off to say certain things, to do certain things. That's their MO. So yeah, I'm not surprised, man. It's just sad to see Angie Stone had to, we don't know what happened. Again, you don't find that suspicious? 9 people in the sprinter, she the only one dead. They don't ever tell you how she died. They just say she dead. But again, I'm not gonna sit up here and try to convince folks. We got one more story, man. This story was so disturbing. We got to highlight a coon today. Have to highlight a coon. There's always a coon in the midst, bro. I'm telling you. Bro, you have to make sure you're watching yourself at all times. They use these coons all the time. Look at this dude, man. A straight coon. He's also known as the kneeling man. COINTELPRO brother. You dig? He ain't no brother. He's a coon. Fuck him. Maurel McClung was the first to rush to MLK's body after he was shot. He was the one who pointed away in the opposite direction where the shots came from to distort the story. Turns out he was an undercover police and to infringement on the movement. He later joined the CIA. Come on, man. These people are coons, bro. They hurting the movement. I got another stat for you real quick, man. How much they pay informants every year. It's crazy, bro. I'm not making this stuff up, man. I'm not making this stuff up. It's real knowledge, real information that we have to know. We have to know these things. We have to know what's going on and how they're doing these things. Because they're doing these things to us. That's the primary group they try to target is us. Where that stat at? Come on now. I just had it a couple of minutes ago. Just had it. Here it is. No. Of course, I lost it. It's all good though. The stat where they pay, someone paying informants an astronomical amount of money, dogs. It's insane how much they paying these informants. Here we go.
Did y'all know since 2010, the DEA and other federal agencies spent over $500 million paying federal informants? And they had over 18,000 confidential informants on payroll. And some of them individually made over $1 million.
Bruh, I literally would just figure out people around me at the time. That's why I had to get away from a bunch of people because I started realizing that these niggas was not going to jail. I'm like, bruh, you got caught by the cops. Like, I'm trying to reach you for like 3 days. You got caught by the cops. And, bro, what happened, bro? Oh, man, blah, blah, blah happened, blah, blah, blah. I'm out, though. How? You a felon. There was a gun there. How you out? It's very simple. You know, if you're a felon, you can't be around any guns, any firearms, anybody with firearms, anything. You can't be around another felon. You think so, man? To me, I'm looking at you like, yo, this nigga might be a rat, dog. I've seen people with the joint strapped to them. It's old school stuff now. And they probably got crazy amount of them. They got the little glasses part there, be recording you just talking. I got some new Ray-Bans, dog. Look at it. Boop. Just talking. You just never know. That's a lot of money, dog. They just giving informants, man. Every time you look at it, I look at a lot of true crime, a lot of detective shows. Every time they want to solve a case, I'm gonna call my CI. That's a confidential informant. That's what a CI is. You did? So yeah, I'm gonna call myself. He probably gonna know. They get the information, they get the details, because the street's gonna talk, for one. And now try to tell that person you want to block with, he's a rat. Just letting y'all know healthy information.
And why am I saying this? I bring this up only because if you in the streets or you're doing anything illegal,
come on now,
get out the game.
Get out the game.
It's
bro.
a loser's game that you cannot win.
Can't win, bro.
Like I said, they had 18,000 active informants on payroll, which means if you're doing something illegal, especially if you're making good money, you're more than likely already engaging and interacting with somebody that is a federal informant. You just don't know.
Yep.
And with those odds against you, it's only a matter of time before everything comes crashing down.
Yep.
And there's too many ways today to make money to even put yourself in a position to go through some BS like that.
Bro,
learning.
Ain't no more kingpins, bro. All that shit over with. Again, I told you that's an old hustle. People not making no more money in the streets no more, dog. It's over. That shit over with, man. It was never productive in the first place. It was always trash, in my opinion. Yeah, that hustle's over with, bro. Go do something else. That's not gonna work. Trust me, it's not gonna work. You can think it's gonna work, but somebody gonna tell, bro. That's a bunch of cameras running. There's cameras in neighborhoods that people don't even know. They got audio. That corner store, promise you, bro. They probably working with the people though. Bro, you got to be right and exact and be wise, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. There's so much going on. You just have to be wise and be right and exact. Period. Point blank, yo. But these people out here telling, bro. They telling for a bologna sandwich. They telling for an ultimate feast. They telling for a goddamn rack of ribs. It ain't even unreal. They telling for. They gonna tell about anything. You have to realize, bro. People are getting caught, jammed up left and right. Somebody they ain't trying to do that time. Do we have any more stats to give out? Let me see. I had a couple more on the agenda I saved. We'll talk about that another time. CIA, America saying, yeah, we'll talk about that another time. Let me see. Robert Bush. Let's do a little government. Hold on. Ray Daniels had a good take, man. I don't know if I want to play the whole thing. I don't have time. I'm about to run out of time. Unfortunately. That's true. Here we go. Well, it's not really. I don't want to regurgitate myself and keep saying the same thing over and over. I want to give a different fact, give a different perspectives. Oh, here we go. This is the last y'all want to talk about. This is it. Thank God I remembered it. How they are frauding on Medicare, bro. Peep this. Please go back and watch this, dog. I should open with this, but I wanted to make sure I got my lady John on first. Dog, crazy.
Oh, nuts.
No,
Medicare and Medicaid is being frauded over $100 billion
nuts
in the U.S.
It's, nuts.
Crazy, bro.
Because Planters nuts are good.
Crazy.
Planters nuts. Nuts.
To empty offices billing the government for Medicare.
What is this business?
To buried millions in cash. The business of stealing Medicare and Medicaid dollars has never been as brazen.
What are we talking? $100 billion?
That's probably a conservative number.
Why Medicare fraud?
It's unbelievable. It's really easy.
We're in South Florida today at the headquarters of the agents charged with investigating Medicare and Medicaid fraud. And today they're taking us on location to show us how those schemes work. Behind the steering wheel for this rare ride-along is Omar Florida's special agent in charge of the investigation.
So, Omar, give me a sense
of
where
you're so critical about why Trump is doing what he's doing.
Head down.
People are frauding us at all times.
He's one of some 450 special agents nationwide.
Understand this money is our tax dollar. Again, I keep reiterating. It's our tax dollars they're using to fund these things, and they're mismanaging the funds. People that you say you crying for a job, they're mismanaging these funds. They're the ones allocating these funds to people. We have to cut these things, man. There's too much money being wasted. We don't know what the money's been accounted for.
From the Office of Inspector General, who fight a healthcare fraud battle every day. Annually, estimated Medicare and Medicaid fraud tops $100 billion. Around the world, it's known for its postcard perfect beaches. But to federal investigators, Florida's famous for its fraud. Massive theft from the government's healthcare benefits, far more than anywhere else in the nation.
We're going to head over to a durable medical equipment company, which unfortunately has been one of the lines of business that is really keeping us busy here.
Durable medical equipment, DME.
Man, dog. When I see this, we talk about this every day in the field, how people hoard these things and resell them to other organizations. Bruh, it's one of the biggest hustles of all time, fam. Equipment? Man, you wish I knew, bro. What a wheelchair gonna cost, or when you need a medical bed for a resident, man.
Think braces and wheelchairs.
Yes.
Fraudsters buy lists of patients and doctors so they can steal from the government.
Right.
And with those two key pieces of information, it can sit at a place that has open Wi-Fi and just start submitting claims to Medicare.
In South Florida alone, Perez Ibar says about 90% of the DME companies are fraudulent.
He had two businesses here?
They had two businesses set up here. So we're at 241. This is what, but if you can notice, this is kind of the business.
It looks so nondescript.
It is. And that's purposeful. And they want to try to keep us off their trail.
A storefront once used to bilk the government out of $48 million in a single year, run by the guy counting the money.
He thought he was a CEO when in fact he was just a crook.
His name is Jesus Garces. Back on the road, we head to the home where Garces stashed his stolen money. This is where agents armed with the search warrant say they made a startling discovery.
He doesn't sound like an American to me. He doesn't sound like a patriot. He doesn't sound like a black American to me, or white American. These are the people that come into our country doing these type of frauds. They can't go do that in their own country because they know they'll get killed. So jail is something that I take jail. He probably had the time of his life doing that shit. You heard? But he's trusted.
Garces had hidden some $2.5 million in cash in 12 PVC pipes under his home.
And where were the pipes?
So he had buried them in the foundation of the home. There was a portion of the home that they were remodeling, and so he put the PVC pipes in the ground.
Smart.
Was it just loose cash stuffed into the pipes?
They had saran wrapped them or packaged them. It almost looked like bricks of cocaine. So hand would go in, a pipe would come out. Hand would go in, a pipe would come out. And it really was, for us, an indication of how brazen this DME fraud is.
Garces pled guilty to healthcare and wire fraud and was sentenced to 12 and a half years in.
But think about the money you don't know where it's at. 12 years ain't shit. He gonna probably do all. He might do like 8. He might get off on good time. You just never know, bro.
Prison.
Search for Taylor Brands to get that LLC next.
Crazy, man. But guys, that's my time, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the pod, man. Thank you to 25, my lady, man. Thank you whoever commented and who viewed today, man. Really appreciate y'all. Again, I'm gonna drop these gems as much as I can, man. Drop this news from a black man perspective, baby. Black on black news. You dig? It's my time, though. I gotta roll. You already know, man. It's been a night too, man. Discussing the gang. We had a great pod last night. Please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the podcast and like podcast on YouTube, man. Thank y'all for the love. Please share, subscribe, all the good stuff, man. I appreciate it. But it means a lot to me, man. We'll talk. Love.